Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna apologize for where I'm sitting with all the over
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm trying to hold it down in a way that you're gonna catch it. And it is Wild Bill's, you're gonna hear some colorful.
I don't mind hearing him. I don't mind hearing him. All right, welcome anybody that's joining us so far. We are going to be doing a national anthem shortly. Getting ready to start races from here in Lake Tawakoni, Texas. We've got a reasonable amount of wind blowing on this big, beautiful lake, as you can see from the tower. The intent is to stream all day today and tomorrow morning. Thank you. Also, thank you to U.S. Helicals and the Travers Construction Group. Those are some local companies and business owners that stepped up. They're basically having their customer appreciation 4th of July party out here with us and helping us permit and set up this event. So those guys look like they like to party and they know how to throw a big thing. So I imagine next year Lake Tawakoni is probably going to be a bit of a festival out here. I think they want to really be sure this is an event that benefits the town. Looking behind me right now, I think last chance practice for some beginners happening. You can see a little bit of them on screen. And for any of you that are watching, you could do me a big favor and share the feed. If you're watching on Facebook, I'd love to see you share it on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd love to see you share it there. Help try and get as many eyeballs on this as we can. That is very helpful.
one. Fox is down here waiting. Race number one.
He's about to take off. If you would please rise. 249 years ago, we declared freedom and independence from England for the birth of America. America. So please stand and rise as our flag goes around the course for our national anthem. All right. Let freedom ring. Race number 1, Moto 1 on the line. Race number 2 to staging. Thank you so much, City of West Tawakoni, born and raised, because we are about to race today to Tawakoni. Well, I'm from Port Neches. And everybody says Neches. Say it wrong and somebody will correct you. Tawakoni. Race number 1 on the line. Holders, I think everybody's ready. On the 99 out of Hickson, Tennessee, no sponsors listed. Knox Ritchie on the 27 out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad and Smith Racing, it's Trent Cornett. On that 41, also out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for the same sponsors, Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad Smith Racing, Tristan Hebert. Then on the 851, out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, riding for Chase Plumbing, TC Free Ride, McClure Racing, 6D Helmets, ODI, Action Sports Canopies, and Cardo Systems, and GoPro, it's Cash Money McClure. Love seeing some cash on the line. And I'm not talking casino. Beware of Larry. Race number 2 to staging. Race number 2, beginner ski ladies class. So what they're doing is they're warming up their jet ski. They pull it out of the water to clear the exhaust, and they lower down. Justin checks every rider on the line. Green light goes off. The horn sounds. We are green flag racing in Tawakoni. So it looks to me like 99 out front on the inside splits. And Cash Money on that 851 on the outside split. That's the USA Helical split section coming into the Travers Construction front stretch. Here they come. Hole shot. Looks like to me it's going to go to Knox Ritchie. Going across the Liquid Molly finish line. They're doing that Lucas Severa squat. Going into the Leisure Pool split option now. Thank you, Lake Tawakoni RV Center. So it's not helical, it's coil. Cool. Helical. Helical. All right. Say it wrong and they will correct you. USA Helical. I wish it was helicoils. I love a helicoil. That's a lifesaver of the world. Helicals. Helicals. Knox Ritchie out front going down the jet trim backstretch. Coming into the USA helical split section. I'll get it right. US, not USA. Race number 2. I need you on the starting line. We'll start without you, I promise. Bill said racer. Wild Bill. So in the lead, that's Knox Ritchie on that 99 doing the Severa squat, followed very closely by Cash McClure on the 851, not doing the Severa squat. Then we've got Tristan Hebert there on the 41, looking around. And here comes Trent on the 27. I think Trent's grown an inch or two since I last saw him. We got a rider down, butt back up. Race number 3 to the ready. Race number 3 to the ready. Race 3 is Runabout Amateur Stock. Race 3 to the ready.
We're splitting up race 2 and then race 2A and race 2B.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So we're going to split 2A. Are we going to do 2-stroke and 4-stroke, Larry? Well, is it 2-stroke, 4-stroke, or beginner? Okay, I got you. So hold up, race 3. Give me a second. Hold up, race 3. There's Knox. Knox dragging a leg around some of the corners. You can see his tan line on his thigh. You can. Look at his leg. It looks white. With all the innovations in shorts now, like the Bird Dogs and other things that have like these Lycra slide shorts, when I used to race and that type thing happened, you saw a little bit more than a tan leg, if you know what I mean. Yeah, raced. We're going to split. Hey, could you tell Joey not to reference his nutsack on the license? Race 2. Red. Helicals. They corrected me.
I've been looking everywhere for you. I was like,
Yeah.
where?
Yes. And so here,
It doesn't look right. I know. Yes.
we'll do that.
I was like,
And I'll probably change that A to an L so that way I can say helical. Gotcha. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. I didn't say that at all. They're getting me in trouble over here. There's Tristan Hebert. I didn't say that. And here comes Trent on that 27. Trent got a good number on the side of that ski. You can see it really bright. Black Superjet with white number. Always looks good on the water. Yes, Wild Bill, it is a family scene. Here comes our leader to collect that checkered flag. That's the 99 of Knox Ritchie. Big round of applause for Knox. He's going through the U.S. helical split section now. Thank you for that correction. Here he comes on the outside split into the Travers Construction front straight for a checkered flag on the Liquid Molly finish line. Cash's family sponsoring the starting line, McClure Racing starting line. So race number 2, we're gonna break you up. Race number 2 is the best looking race of the day. I bet you no one will argue with that. Checkered flag flies for Cash McClure and Tristan Hebert. Cash borrowing that 851 today, normally on the 33. Here comes Trent for his checkered flag. Race number 2, we're going to break them up into 2 heats. So we'll go with 2A, and I have no idea which is going to be which is, okay. There's Mama McClure, big smile on her face. I tell you what we'll do. We'll introduce all of race number 2, and as they decide how they're going to break them up, we will call them on the action as they hit. So on the number 8 out of San Marcos, Texas, that's Haley Hernandez. Yeah. Richie, you'll need to come and write your sponsorship in before the weekend's over, because I know you have them. They didn't have them on there. On the 11, there it is there. Out of Montgomery, Texas, riding for Roost-Proof Goggles. That's Ashley Sewell. So it would be the debut of Miss Ashley on her Super Jet. Been waiting for that. On the 60, no way. It says 50, no, 66. It didn't print right. All right. On the 66 out of Dallas, Texas, she's in that Dirty D Racing, Skylar Sneathern. I got it. We're going to do beginner ski. On the 86 out of Garland, Texas, that's going to be Tyler Henderson. We're used to seeing Tyler. On the 106, that's Javier Falcone Racing. Gary Batiste. Uh, 111. I'm looking.
I can take it back. Once you catch your breath after your race, I'll take a break. Hey, I've been asking for this. This is beginner GP.
I'm looking. She is down there. So, on the Commander, haven't seen this in a long time. I was in my 30s when I saw this. Out of Melissa, Texas, on the Neptune Racing MFS Dales Jet Sports Krusty Krab Skinny Latte. And then Callie Thompson out of Quinlan, Texas. She rides for Travers.
I want to see y'all on the line. If I had like a pretty good Britain was on her 50.
They abbreviate them. Gotcha.
Like I think
So I say Quinn Ross, which is wrong. Yeah. Skinny's going to ride a stand-up. I haven't seen this in probably 16 to 17 years. She is pretty good. Yeah, the one that says Skinny on the life jacket, that's her. Not to be mistaken with anybody else. They're all skinny in this class. Oh! Everybody gets a first chance to race, so green light. No. That was a test. That was a test.
And there goes actually situational awareness award today. Place bet, how many buoys before?
Somebody stood on the button.
Man, that is a long front straight for her. All right.
So what we're doing here, don't think this is normal for us. What we're doing here is a lot of girlfriends, a lot of wives, little sisters, big sisters. They all ride. But when they come to the races, they usually support their brothers or support their dads or husbands, whatnot. So this weekend, we're going to actually give the ladies their due and put them in their own class. This is from Larry. So instead of them going out there and racing against the guys and in different classes, we're going to put them all together. So we don't normally see Ashley on a stand-up. We don't normally see Skinny on a stand-up. But this weekend, to race with the lovely ladies of jet skiing, we're going to put them all together in this 2A moto. Let them go out there and have some fun together. Well, that's one way to get introduced into jet ski racing. All right, as we're going to get checked down the line, Ashley's ready, Skylar's ready, Kayla's ready, Skinny is never ready. Green light. Oh, Skinny's going to let him go. So they take off. Ashley Sewell, we got a drone flying. Ashley Sewell on the outside. Look at the confidence in Casey Moore. Now she's going to get underway and clean off her muddy feet. And you'll hear that 1500 come to life. I say the over or under of Casey's falling is 3. I bet you she falls 3 times. Looks to me like Skylar Sneather in the 66 is going to be on the whole shot on the inside U.S. Helicals split section.
So maybe the blue, but not the green.
Then on the outside, I know that's the 11 of Ashley Sewell. So it looks to me like Skylar's going to come through with the whole shot. She went through the merge. Can't do that. So she's now a lap down. Can't do that. Then we got the 696. Who is that? 698. That's Jaden Landowski. So now we know who's out there. The 106 black is Kaylee Thompson. She rides for Travers Construction. Then there's Ashley Sewell on the 11. She's riding for Roost Proof Goggles. Then there's Casey on that 162, or Skinny as we love to call her, rounding out the field. Race 2B on the starting line. Race number 3 to the ready. Race number 3 to the ready. Round and round they go around the J. Caldwell Pools berm into the Jet Tribe sweeper. That is Skylar Sneathern in that bright pink life jacket, now going on the jet trim backstretch into the U.S. helical split section. No R2-D2 buoy this weekend, or at least not that I see. I'm looking. The merge buoy out there is red and white. Look at Skylar go. Skylar in the beginner class for the whole season. Sometimes she rides the 66 and sometimes she rides the 4-stroke. It really just depends on the course. The small tight course today, technical if you want to say that, probably more advantageous to the SXR. So we see a SXR in the lead there. Love to see it, don't you, Seth? SXR is usually in the back of the pack on the big stretched out courses, but they got a shot today. Then there's Miss Lewandowski. I believe that's Mike's daughter. Her name is Jaden. Looking good on that 4-stroke Superjet. Now Skinny putting the moves on the field. She got past Miss Ashley. Now she's going past Kaylee. So Skinny moving up. Giving all these girls plenty of room to negotiate around the course. Kaylee doing a great job. Oh, she goes down, though. So now Skinny's going to pass up to third. Put Skinny on the box. Yeah, you picked a good spot. All right, we got another rider down from the whistle. They're on the... Oh, it's our leader. Our leader down on the black buoy. So Skylar taking the black buoy there, trying to make up for that start. And don't think you're able to do that, but we'll see.
You said the newer bullets are running 155, huh? Well, Jake is. I doubt. Probably like a 155.83 for the seating stuff. Sure. Yeah.
So coming around for the checkered flag, it looks like it's going to be Skylar, followed very closely by Jaden Lewandowski. Now again, Skylar on the front missed the merge buoy, and that's gonna cost her. So unofficially, your leader Skylar Sneathern there in the first place, taking the checkered flag, followed very closely by Jaden Lewandowski, and then from last, letting the field go, catching up on that GP boat. The 162 Skinny Latte. So as we discussed in the riders meeting, after you finish, yes sir. You're right. You're right. Good call. Okay.
I think they could have just put all of them out there. Do we have... Oh, wait. Well, that's because this was all women's. No, that's right. That's right. Oh, it's Jiggy. It's Jiggy. So, Terry, this is 2B on the line. Terry, is this the second to the winner?
Big, huge round of applause for Kaylee. And Ashley. Ashley rides that Superjet at home a whole bunch, but usually does not take it to the races. This is race 2B on the starting line now. Race 2B is on the starting line. Race number 3, Runabout, is in staging. Race number 4, Novice Ski 4-stroke, Yamaha 4-stroke. Yeah, they're all right. There's not that many in this next class.
Yeah, I turned it on at full quality.
So this is beginner ski boys.
I'm assuming you only go for 155. Like if you don't have the power to support it, that's going to be acceleration without power. There's the potential for, unlike in general, the bullets go faster with some power.
Daddy Poper, we are going to try to accommodate the tower numbers for you, buddy. Daddy Poper, we are going to try to accommodate the tower numbers for you, sir. So we're going to introduce to you race 2B now on that 86 out of Garland, Texas. It's Tyler Henderson. On the 106 white, that's Gary Batiste. And on the 127, that's Kyle Cox, For Him Construction, Cooler Cart, Never Satisfied Trailers. Mike, is Kyle out of Garland, Texas?
I imagine we're dealing with physics.
So we got 3 of them in this one. Kyle running beginner all season, so we're familiar seeing Kyle on that 127. He's on the inside of the U.S. helical split section now. So it looks like the inside splits have gotten 3 hole shots so far. Then the 86 of Tyler Henderson, also in the beginner class all season, so we've seen them plenty. Used to them, familiar names. Then, let's see, on the back section back there, we got Gary. He's having a hard time with the start, it looks like.
He probably gets 3-for-1 deals.
All right, halfway, so let's see. Cox there still out front, followed by Henderson there. That's usually they trade spots. It depends on these 4-stroke Superjets having a really good time on this course today. Again, with the more technical course, turning is the skill that you're going to perfect this weekend more than burning. You say turn and burn. Well, you're going to do a lot of turning on this course, little less burning. Meaning your handling is key. Everybody wants to be fast, but can you be nimble?
Biggest, I bet one of the bigger advantages they can do heavy discount.
So there is the 106 black. Gary Batiste on that one. Really bright yellow helmet. Thank you, parents, for getting a bright helmet so we can see. Jet Tribe Series of Champions underway in Tawakoni.
At the very least, I know they would give it to you at dealer cost. Yeah. So the same as if you're just buying one for you.
Yes.
Fair. I heard.
Gotcha. So for race number 3, we need holders to the line. Right now, it looks like we need 2, maybe 3. So if you know you're supposed to be holding for a Runabout rider, please make your way to this starting line, please.
So it's even better. Like, so I got mine at dealer cost minus an additional 20% on the sale. So
Holders to the starting line. I got one for Quinn, so thank you.
Sell my harness for 500, my ECU.
No, we still need one. One holder for Kevin Quinn. Yeah, one holder for Kevin Quinn. And Kyle Sewell's going to need a holder. Sewell. Cox is going to need a holder. We got a rider down in the U.S. helicoil. Thank you, Bezel. Look at you. You call for holders, and here they come. White flag flies for Gary Batiste on that black 106, followed by Kyle Cox on the 107. He's got that bright orange helmet. See it out there. Then you got Tyler Henderson on that 86. Good head of hair on Tyler. All right, looks like we've satisfied. We still need 2 holders for Kyle Robinson. Looks like we got Javier and Knox down there for him. Knox, can you hold a runabout? I guess so. You're about to, aren't you? Race number 4. Novice Ski Light 4-stroke. Yamaha 4-stroke lights. Race number 4 to the ready. We can introduce race number 2 to you now. On the 23 out of Kima, Texas, riding for Viper Performance Engineering, Casa Grande Royalty Company, James House. On the 30 out of Austin, Texas, riding for Riva Racing, KV Capital, Wahoo's, Lake Travis, Texas. In Wake Surf Saloon, it's Kevin Weiss. On the 316 out of Round Rock, Texas, riding for Quinn Brothers Construction, QC Racing, Wood Cycle Country, Shackley Health and Nutrition, it's Kevin Quinn. On the 413 out of Lakeway, Texas, riding for Austin Jet Skier, Lakeside Graphics, powered by ACN, Racing for the Kingdom and Wet Jet Performance, it's Greg Sewell. On the 24 out of Lago Vista, Texas, riding for IDP Graphics, Zero Touch Technology, in Robinson Racing, it's Kyle Robinson. And then in Beginner Runabout on the 11, that's that bright orange and black 310X Kawasaki. That is Nick Sin. So it looks like James House is going to come across for the whole shot on the inside, followed by Kevin Weiss on that 30, then Greg Sewell on the 413, then Kevin Quinn on the 316. Then there's Brandon Hodges on the 819. He's not listed here, but we'll score him. Followed by Nick Sin on that 11 and Kyle Robinson. So now with the big boats out there and all the water's flowing around, you're going to get to see how technical this course is. They're all right together, throwing spray left and right. James House on that Viper Racing tune out front. Going around the jet trim back stretch into the U.S. Helicals split section. House negotiating the outside split there, coming into the Travers Construction front stretch, across the Liquid Molly finish line, into the Leisure Pool split option. We'll watch what he does as he goes around. This is where he has a choice to go inside or outside. He's going to choose the Lake Tawakoni RV Center inside split. Now we got Kevin Weiss coming into the Leisure Pool split option. He's going to also take the green section, so that's going to take House now to the J. Caldwell Cools berm. Putting a pass there on Kevin Quinn. He's in the Travers County or Travers Construction front stretch. House now going across the Jet Tribe sweeper into the Jet Trim backstretch. That's Weiss not taking the merge buoy there, the makeup buoy. So we got House there in the lead. He's on that 23. Oh, Sewell there having a little bit of a washout. So looks like everybody's choosing the outside splits in this runabout class. Why do you do that? It helps you keep your momentum. It's a little bit more open, not as tight. So these big runabouts having the ability to turn is difficult for them. So they do have a trim on them. I would definitely suggest trimming the boat up to get the nose down to help it turn more tight, less top speed. There's Nick Sin on that 11. And Kyle Robinson trying to race up to him. Kyle's actually in his own class. He's Pro-Am runabout stock. Kevin Quinn there, Father Kevin. Quinn Brothers Construction, QC Racing. He's taking that Leisure Pool split option into the Lake Tawakoni, getting better, RV Center. I'm trying, I've never been here before, but I'm having a great time. Beautiful beach and course here. They're now in the J. Caldwell Pools berm across the Jet Tribe sweeper into the Jet Trim backstretch. into the U.S. helical split section. That's Kevin Bice going across the Travers Construction front stretch into the leisure pools, followed very closely by his practice buddy. That's Greg Sewell. Sewell now going to the outside there. Hadn't seen too many folks using the outside of the leisure pool split option. Sewell showing us how it's done there. Let's see. That's in there. He's lapped down, so I believe House now is on the outside section. He's raced through the middle of the field. Yeah, House taking the white flag, putting Father Kevin a lap down. Making your way to the McClure Racing starting line. Thank you so much. We want to mention that the inside split is the TC Freeride split for the start, and Elite Fireplace is on the outside. All right, we got Nick Sin coming around on the outside on that Travers Construction front stretch into the Liquid Molly finish line, followed really closely by Kyle Robinson on the 24. Kyle, I gave him a little bit of advice in the class that he can run. He doesn't have to run the back seat, so he's taking the back seat off to give that FX SVHO a little bit more air. It's definitely helped him. Checkered flag waves coming around for James House on the 23. I haven't said much about Brandon Hodges. He's out there on that gorgeous green Sea-Doo. Local rider, Brandon. Is he on my sheet, though? He's not. I got to add him. All right. Checkered flag waves for race number 4, Runabout Amateur Stock and Runabout Pro-Am, which is what Kyle's in, Pro-Am. They all make it across. We don't have anybody out, so we can introduce race number 4 to you now. Novice Ski 4-stroke lights on the UA7 out of Ukraine, Texas. Riding for Works H2O Designs, TCS Marine, UA7 Racing, Quinn Brothers Construction, and Watercross. On the 08 out of San Marcos, Texas, that's Richie Fennell. On the 11 out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, riding for Leisure Pools Racing, it's Ryan Poper. On the 41, we need a holder to the line, please. We need a holder to the line for race number 4. On the 41, out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad, and Smith Racing, it's Tristan Hebert. We need a holder to the line. Please, we need a holder to the line. Let's see who it is. Marinenko has one. Fennell. No, Richie Fennell needs a holder. Fennell, number 8, needs a holder. Yeah, that black boat with all the foil on the side. And here he comes. Thank you, Callan. Okay, back to the lecture at hand. On the 238 out of Princeton, Texas, that is the great Nate Brazel. On the 405 out of Oklahoma City, Thunder Up, Oklahoma. On the 405 Motorsport, Hamilton's Customs Thrust Innovations. VP Fuels, Amsoil, Smith Racing, it's Christian Bain. On the 627 out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad, and Smith Racing, it's Trent Cornett. And on the 722, is he down there? He sure is. Out of Dripping Springs, Texas, Easy E Racing, it's Lewis Weiler. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Christian is not down there, but Javier is. We didn't introduce Javier in this one. And on the 106, hometown boy, the Wheelie King, hauling Javier Falcone. How much money would it take for him to let everybody go like Skinny did? Oh, Poper's in this one. He won't do that. Yeah. He is. Pro-Am. He's Am of Pro-Am. I have Yamaha 4-stroke lights. The only novice out there is Felix. So listen to that sound. Going around, looks like the 11 of Ryan Poper, but it could be Jeremy. Looks like Ryan to me, though. Ryan on the 11 is going to get an inside hole shot, followed really closely by Javier Falcone. Wow! Look at Holland Javier on the Leisure Pools inside split, making his way around to the J. Caldwell Pools berm. Hometown hero Javier Falcone. Hey, I could announce or curse him. Uh-huh. He does fall every now and again. See that? We got a rider down. Going around the jet trim backstretch into the U.S. Helical split section is Javier. Followed very closely by the 11 of Ryan Poper. Then in third place, bright green helmet, it's Felix on that UA7. Javier going to take the outside, keep that speed up, while Ryan going to take the nimble inside split. Felix now making some time up on Poper, so I believe we'll have a pass for second place coming around. Here's Poper coming off the inside. Javier going across the Liquid Molly finish line. Then Poper in second, followed by UA7. Then they're having a great race out front, and we've got that bright yellow helmet of Tristan Hebert coming around on the 41. Going through the Liquid Molly finish line there, Tristan Hebert. You don't need that. Then there's Richie Fennell on the 8. I got him scored in 5th. Then Trent Cornett on the 627. Then we got 722. I believe that's Tyler Henderson. I'm not sure. Vintage Ski. There they're coming. They're coming. Race 5. Vintage Ski on the starting line, please. Thank you, Larry. Beware of Larry. Lewis Weiler's on that 722. That's not Tyler. They got the same wetsuit color. So Javier still out front, taking the halfway, but Poper now electing to ride behind him. That is a 4-stroke Superjet and a 2-stroke Superjet. But there goes Javi around the leisure pool split option into the Lake Tawakoni RV Center outside split, into the J. Caldwell Pools berm. Then we got Tristan Hebert unofficially in 4th. We got Felix there in 3rd. Then here comes Richie Fennell on that 8. He's out of the Austin area. Then followed by Trent Cornett on the 627. Big Fish Bail Bonds Superjet out there rolling around. The Liquid Molly finish line, and that's Lewis Weiler there on that 722. Used to seeing Lewis on a runabout, running the Superjet today. Vintage Ski on the line. How do you want it? Barbecue going on behind me. There's Nate Brazel. Nate Brazel's got a race coming on behind him. So we've got Javier Falcone on the 106, followed very closely by Ryan Poper on the 11. Then here comes Felix. He's unofficially in 3rd on that Travers Construction front stretch, going into the leisure pool split option. Nautiwater Racing here at the Jet Tribe Series of Champions. Want to definitely thank the city of West Tawakoni to hosting us this weekend. Having a lot of fun so far today now that the racing's going away. Here comes Javier. He's going to take that white flag. Does he have it waving? I can't tell. No. Big racing going on now. They put Lewis Weiler a lap down, and that's going to check up Poper. So Javier getting a little breathing room, taking the white flag. He knows that bought him the time that he needed now. Poper holding his head down, but I have a feeling Poper's going to take that inside green split this time. No, he doesn't. He elects to ride behind Javier. That's how you do it. When somebody's pulling away from you on the splits, you stop and you go behind them, do everything you can to ride in their pump and catch back up to them, and then put the moves on them in the splits. So we got Richie Fennell now going to be the next victim of this race for the lead, going a lap down. Javier hot on his heels going through the jet trim backstretch. Makes no time getting around him, though. Javier is flying time outside now. That red and white buoy, I think we're going to call it the bobber buoy, the cork, the fishing lure. So Poper now taking the inside, just like I said, last lap. Poper's hoping that the lap rider will slow Javier down. It hasn't worked for him yet. So here comes your checkered flag for Javier Falcone. Followed very closely on that 2-stroke by Ryan Poper. Then we're looking for Tristan. Okay, Tristan took a bobble, so 3rd place unofficial. Gonna be Felix. UA7 unofficial 3rd, taking that inside split, looking good. There we go. And then Fennell there coming across. Nate Brazel, Liquid Molly finish line. Tristan taking another sample. So I believe we got Fennel racing up for 4th. And then Weiler 5th. All this unofficial. We're waiting for Tristan to come across here.
This is Bob.
Uh-oh. Yep. That's what I see too. Vintage Ski. Vintage Ski. On the starting line. Here comes Trent. So Tristan going across in the weight area. There we go. And we got one rider left. Nope. Race number 5. Vintage Ski. Race number 6 to staging. Race number 6. Yes, race number 5's on the line. They might not have one. Makes sense. On the 504 out of Corpus Christi, Texas. That's that bright red boat there on the outside start. That's Sean Carlson. And then on the outside, on the 333 out of Garland, Texas, that's Cody Brown. That's the 650 with the American flag wrap. On the 91 on the inside out of New Orleans, Louisiana, that's Callan Landry. That's that teal blue boat there on the inside. Then on the 201, that's our first X2. He's out of Austin, Texas, riding for that Good Times Mafia Motorsports. It's Chad Manson. Go back to the page in front, and we've got Carl Hausch on the number 3 out of Warminster, Pennsylvania. So, Vintage Ski, Chad Manson there on the 201 on the inside split. Looks like he's getting a good run there. Chad doing the TC free ride start. Outside, we got Carl Hausch on his X2 at the Elite Fireplace start. So inside hole shot for Chad Manson on the 201, followed very closely by Carl Hausch on that 3. Carl usually riding a really pretty blue boat on a white X2 today. I think the blue one is a 750 engine and the number 3 is a 650 engine. There's Cody Brown on the 333, followed by Sean Carlson on the 504. Kalen getting underway there on that 91. He's out in New Orleans. Had a little bit of trouble on the start. These older skis don't necessarily like to start early in the morning. Got to thank Works Racing for sponsoring the series, but also putting out handling products for all the jet skis, especially these vintage skis. Handling definitely helps them. You'll notice that there's sponsons, whether they're screwed onto the side or glued onto the side, that work as extra ballast for these skis to be able to make these corners the way that Justin designed this course. A lot of sponsons and help will work today. And, of course, Works Racing, you can adjust your sponsons. You can make them go deeper to handle the rough water or tight corners. You see the tubbies there, as we like to call them, off the side of Chad Manson's ski. Housh, they're also running tubbies on the X2. Definitely helps them handle better. Uh-oh. There's Cody Brown on that 333. Thank you, Wild Bill. Race number 6. Race number 6. The starting line is yours. Race number 7 to the ready. Thank you for holding, Knox. There goes Sean Carlson on the 504. You can always hear him out there. Got that loud aluminum exhaust on that 550 Reed SX. Then here comes Kaylin Landry around on that 91. Good looking Super Jet for Kaylin. Got the bright teal blue helmet. Wears the rash guard. Everything matching on his ski. See the numbers real bright. Then we got Chad taking the white flag on the 201, riding for that Good Times Mafia. Then Carl Housh there, standing up, taking that abuse. X2, as I mentioned earlier, the first experimental two-seater to ever come out. It's what made the runabouts possible. They put together a different hull rather than the 650 or the 550. Where two people were actually designed to ride on that ski. But it found a real nice home in racing, and the TS came out for Kawasaki and the Wave Runner for Yamaha, and Sea-Doo had the SP, XP, SPI for the runabouts. They're going around the Jet Tribe back split now. Into the jet trim backstretch. Then they make a decision around the bobber line out there. Last race it was R2D2. This time it's the bobber. So that's where you get a choice to go through the US helical split section. The blue section is the inside. The white is on the starts. The yellow and red is the outside, so most people electing to use the outside. It's much wider. You can keep more momentum on the outside, keep the horsepower planted down. The inside split, like you see Kaylin Landry going around now, checker flag waves for Chad Manson, followed by Carl Housh. Kaylin there on those blue buoys, that's a lot tighter course, so even though you have to negotiate the turns slower, it is actually a quicker way around, so they'll always tell you slower is faster. That's true when you put the blue buoy course together. Want to remind you, because I can smell it, how you want it. Food truck behind me. They've got drinks, loaded fries, turkey legs, sausage on a stick, hot dogs, nachos, and pulled pork sandwiches. And the internet. checkered flag waves for Sean Carlson. So unofficially, I've got Chad Manson. As far as the 550s go, I'm pretty sure I saw Sean there in the lead. Race number 6, we have novice ski lights and ski expert lights and women's ski lights combined. Race number 7, sports spec. I need you to the ready. Race number 7, sports spec. Give me a few minutes and the starting line will be yours. We are Jet Tribe Series of Champions, presented by Nautiwater Racing. Yeah. U.S. Helicals split section. I got it down. Just a spin. Because I'm a little loud. Inside split. Looks like Miss Britton Reinhardt on that bright pink Superjet. Followed very closely on the outside split of Ryan Poper. Inside is going to get the whole shot, so that's Britton Reinhardt there on the front stretch. Whole shot, followed by Ryan Poper. Then we got Javier Falcone on the 405, followed by, I don't know if that's Knox Ritchie on 99 or not, then Nate Brazel on the 238. Good, solid start. Yeah, I see Knox there. Knox, who's on your ski? Axel. That's Axel on there. Okay. So we got out front Britton Reinhardt out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. She's riding for TC Freeride, Anderson Toyota, RB Components, Works Racing, C60 Helmets, FL Visual, Go Fast Girls, Charged Up Nutrition, Fast Power Sports, Marine One, Jet Trim, Unlimited, Whole Shots, Gear, BC Goggles, ODI Moto, Naughty Shine, Tasco Gloves, She Rips, KSH Fuel Products, and Guarantee Landscapes. There she is there on that bright pink and gray 851. Then Ryan Poper, he rides for Leisure Pools and Fast Power Sports. And that's Javier Falcone on that 405. He rides for Travers Construction. Then we got Axel Ritchie on the 99. They're going through the Leisure Pools split option around to the J. Caldwell Pools berm. Then as you see Miss Britton out there is when she goes around these yellow buoys. That is the Jet Tribe sweeper. That's right. Now she's in the Jet Trim backstretch, and she's going to come into the U.S. Helical split section. Haven't seen much of the Joker buoy or the makeup buoy used yet, but just wait. We'll have plenty of use for it this weekend. Poor Ryan. All he needs is a whole shot. There goes Britain. She's going to take the halfway sign. Yes, that is a young lady. We did not see her in the beginner ski young lady class earlier. She is a amateur budding professional. Britain rides 2-stroke Superjet, 4-stroke Superjet, and GP ski in both the 1050 and 1500 class. If it's a stand-up, she rides it. Britain's spending most of the series with us this year. Also races out in Lake Havasu City. But when you become a professional, traveling is a part of it. So they've raced local at home and traveled to our region to race with us. And we love seeing Miss Britain out here. That's Nate Brazel on his 2-stroke Kawasaki SXR. Nate local also to this Lake Tawakoni. There she goes, not quite at the white flag yet. I believe we've got 2 laps left to go. Putting a big lead on Ryan Poper now. Tough to catch, that young lady is. Going across the Liquid Molly finish line now. Want to thank McClure Racing for our starting line today. Get in the shade. Looking a little red. There's Axel Ritchie on that 99. Good looking ski for the Ritchie brothers. We need holders for Charlie Bumpus. We need holders for the 502 Blaster. Joey Malden needs holders for the 69HX. So I need 4 holders to the line currently. 4 Lindley. He's going to need 2, so I need 6 holders to the line, please. 6 holders to the starting line. Brazel going to take that blue and white lap flag for the white flag there for Miss Britain. She's on a Saturday cruise. I don't think she's rode a pace lap yet. I think all those have been sprint laps. There's Ryan Poper. He's making good use of the U.S. helical split section. Looking over his shoulder there at Javier. That is a race for second position between Javier and Ryan. So as they go around the leisure pool split option, we'll see Ryan there. Stretches back one quick section to go around the J. Caldwell Pools berm. Javier in hot pursuit. Going around to the Jet Tribe Sweeper. That's what they're negotiating now. This is a race for second. Javier's got 1 lap left. They took the white flag last time by. So Britton Reinhardt going to take the checkered flag here. Big round of applause for Miss Britton. The first time we've seen her today. Won't be the last. Going to have my pink on for Britton, Skinny, and Seth tomorrow. Wearing my Nautiwater blue for Terry today. There's Nate, lap down, but he's going to take the checkered flag. Now Ryan and Javier in a race. Give it Liquid Molly finish line to Ryan Poper, followed very closely by Javier Falcone and Axel Ritchie. We need 2 holders to the line. Right now I can see we need 2. I bet we need 3. 4 holders still. 4 holders on the line. Watson is not holding. We will not let the race go without holders. I need 4 holders to the starting line, please. If you have gloves and can get wet, make your way to the starting line, please. I am calling for holders. Trust me, we need 5 now. We need 5. Holders to the line. We'll introduce you to him while we're waiting on the holders on the 502 out of Vidor, Texas. Riding for JD 232 Racing and Salvage, that's Charlie Bumpus. On the 8 out of San Marcos, Texas. Riding for Vibration Audio, that's Richie Fennell. On the 69 out of Kaufman, Texas, Greener Grass Racing, my pick for the weekend, Joey Malden. On the 72 out of Garland, Texas, riding for Dale's Jet Sports. On duct tape, Sean Whitaker. On the 111 out of Melissa, Texas, riding for Neptune, MFS, Dale's Jet Sports, and Krusty Old Crab, that's Skinny Moore. Thank you, sir. On the 117 out of Sulphur Springs, Texas, riding for Brian Snyder Racing, that's John Lindley. On the 523 out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for GSK Machining and Miller Cycle Shop, it's Shannon Watson. And on the 910 out of Norman, Oklahoma, riding for Performance Watercraft, LLC, and CNC Motorsports, it is Craig Ingram. Did I get them all? I did.
So the next race, we're going to tell Britton to... No, we'll have her... I just told her, whoever's in front has to go to the inside split every single time. Just to make it... And her and Ryan should let everyone go.
It's quicker over here, green or outside?
Outside, they need to use the green. It's like,
I didn't understand why all the runabouts were taken.
They are brand new and they don't know.
Like,
no, if they would just take this...
there's a lot of room to make the green wider. They have enough room to pull some of the green to the left.
Hey, can you take that green buoy in like 10 feet? That first green, because it's pretty cool.
Spot here. Check down the line. When everybody nods their head yes, that green light and horn's going to go off, and we're green flag racing. We're missing a Hodge. There's Hodges in that one too. No? Okay. Gotcha. So I called it. 69 Greener Grass, 111 all weekend. He's on the inside split right now. Outside got something to say, though. Skinny Moore, hometown woman. Who's going to hole shot, Joey or Skinny? It looks like it's going to be Skinny. Skinny Casey Moore with the hole shot going across the Liquid Valley finish line. Joey Malden close in second. Craig Ingram in third. Duct Tape in fourth. Charlie Bumpus on the 502 in fifth. Lindley going across in sixth. Fennell in seventh. Going into the J. Caldwell Pools burn. Skinny said Joey's going down. It's happening right now, but will she miss a buoy? That's in her MO. Skinny known for missing buoys, and there's a lot of chances to do that this weekend. Yes, I'm trying to announce her, curse her. I got money on that 69. We got a rider down on the Leisure Pool split, but look at him get back on that Wave Blaster. That's a feat in itself. So now everybody on the outside, nobody elected to take the inside. Why am I excited about this? Well, I got a boat out there. I got parts on that 502. Skinny Latte, though, out front, followed by Joey Malden. She's hometown hero Skinny Moore. There's Sean. Sean's got Sean had a lot of meltdown in the last round, but they put bigger bolts on the ski to hold it down. So we got both wave blasters there in 4th and 5th. There's Fennel there on the number 8. He's out of the Austin area. Skinny now in command out front, but Joey has caught her on the Jet Tribe sweeper. 1 and 2 right in the same section of the course. Skinny takes the bobber buoy, so does Joey. Skinny's going to stay on the outside. Joey's going to go for broke on the inside. U.S. helical split section will decide the lead. Joey goes wide on the first corner, tied in the second. Skinny's actually already around, but it is further out. I want to say Skinny's going to stretch her lead out on this one. Somebody signal Joey to stay on the outside. He's losing time. Joey has had every luck but good this season. He has been in the lead of races and passed on the last lap right before the finish line. He has had boat problems. He's fallen off. He's done everything but win. Skinny has been moving, not been at the races at all, not even practicing. Coming straight off the trailer, getting in the tray, and putting it on these boys right now. Listen, she'll never tell you her real age, but I promise you, Skinny is older than 60, and she's out there whipping these boys' butts. That's what you heard. Wait a minute. She bobbles. She does. She missed. She lost her way on the course. Joey Malden goes around the leader. Joey Malden to the lead. Greener grass. He did wave at her, too, and pointed at what buoy she was supposed to go to. Now he's looking back at her saying, follow me. He's pointing at his backside, but he means follow me. That's not what he's saying, but trust me, that's what he means. Halfway, now he's got that confidence, but he knows she's coming. She's going to have to take the black buoy this time by, just to ensure she stays on the lead lap. She's going to say that she got tired. I need to get her some goggles with bifocals. There's duct tape, that 72 blaster out of Dale's Jet Sports, unofficially in 4th. There's Tristan. I got John Lindley there on the 117. He's in front of Fennel. I don't know what Skinny's doing, but Joey's got a big lead now. Let's see if she does the backstretch the way she should. She does, and she doesn't take the black buoy, so that's not good.
Because she didn't miss a buoy, Joey. She just slowed down.
So we're going to get the white flag by this time or next time. Nope. So Charlie's going to take halfway and get the lapper flag. Here's your leader, Joey Malden. I believe he's got 2 laps left. Pouring that Neptune speed down. The 69 and the 111 are built at the same place in Florida, out of Jupiter, Florida, Neptune Racing. That's Bo DuPriest. Then 910, he's out of Norman, Oklahoma. He's built out of Performance Watercraft. That's his backup boat. His other boat had some motor issues in Altus, so he's on a backup while he's in his... well, actually, he's looking for a new set of cylinders. So if you have some 720 cylinders that you can loan to Craig, he'd gladly take them and get his other ski back together. Sean Whitaker on a Yamaha Wave Blaster. They were made from 1994 to 1997. All right, there's Fennell coming across for that white flag now. So we got Joey on that 69. I'm telling you, I picked him. I think Joey's going to go 1-1-1 all weekend. For that checkered flag, greener grass, Joey Malden. I'm telling you, beating Skinny's no easy feat. She beat herself on this one, honestly. Here she comes on the U.S. Helicals. Oh, big washout for Skinny. So Charlie Bumpus going to retain the lead lap. Then Skinny comes across the Liquid Molly finish line. And Ingram was right there with her, too. So really, the top three all in the front section of the course. Been that way all season long. So Ingram in third. He's stuck in there. I had Sean scored fourth. He's coming around now. Guys, I love this class. I know you can hear it in my voice. This has been around a long time. This class was invented by a racer. The money to put in this class was just too much for these skis. They came up with rules that the motors are really close to stock. They're really reliable. It's good racing. You see first through sixth out there all in the same section of the class. When it's over with, you're going to see them all out there high-fiving. They're having more fun than you can imagine. And they're all excited and can't wait to do it again in Sports Spec. Somebody owes me money. Somebody owes me money. All right, race number 8. On the starting line now, we'll introduce you to him on the 9 out of Little Rock, Arkansas, riding for Easy Hitch Haulers, Moto Pro Graphics, Your Helmet Spray, The Energy Drink, Blowsion, Jet Pilot, Flow Vision, Born to Race Threads, and ODI Grips. It's Tony the Tiger Tabor. On the 10J out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, riding for Leisure Pools on the Fast Power Sports, Jeremy Poper. Out of Norman, Oklahoma, on the 17, that's that really pretty gray boat, that's Craig Fain. And on the 410 out of Sulphur Springs, Texas, riding for Jet Tribe, Dale's Jet Sports, and Elite Fireplace, it's Brian Snyder. On the 462 out of Providence Village, Texas, Dirty Dan is Seth Pettit. Who am I missing? Oh, on the 30... Did Ryan show up? No. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. They're going to wave the red flag. And why is that? Why is the flag waving red? Well, There's few reasons you can do that on the start. If you took off before the light went green or the horn sounded, you can hear the throttle crack before you hear the horn. That means premature acceleration, which is a no-no on our starts. We did away with the starting ban 2 seasons ago, and we moved to the light. It's a lot better. So the one way is you can jump the start. The second is you actually have to hold your line through the start. So if you come over on somebody and impede their progress, that is not fair either. So if you do not hold your line and you cross in front of somebody, then we'll call you back. We'll stack you up, re-rack you, and whoever the perpetrator is, we will make them pull the lanyard out of their ski, hold it on their helmet. We call it a dead engine start, and it gives them a disadvantage. In this class, it doesn't matter really a whole heap of a lot, but a few seconds count, as you saw with that Skinny and Joey race there. So somebody all right, so it looks like our premature accelerator is 17. I believe that's Craig Fain. So now we're going to let everybody else take off without him, and you'll see the one of those boats is angry. Now you see Craig take off there, so that's about what the disadvantage is. It's about 4 seconds, and it's meant to be that way. So looking at the field, I see Brian Snyder, the whole shot king. This is his hometown race as well. Followed by, on the outside, looks like the daddy, Jeremy Poper, on that 10J. That is a fast Power Sports, getting the whole shot. Good looking ski. Followed by Brian Snyder, then Tony Taylor, Mike Lewandowski. Then we got Seth Pettit there on the 462, and our premature accelerator, Craig Fain. I got confidence in Craig. He'll race up to where Lewandowski is. Mike actually really, really fast on the stock SXR. Mike usually riding around on a really cool cooler that's got a cart attached to it. Lighten up the water, though. Jeremy Poper already through the jet trim backstretch, coming into the U.S. helical split section. Brian Snyder going around the bobber buoy. Oh, looks like Tony Tabor goes for a bit of a spill on the outside. So we got Jeremy Poper now all by himself in lead, followed by Brian Snyder on that 410. Now in third place, different class, but third place in the Modio to Mike Lewandowski. That's that bright orange 34 there. Then chalk up fourth place, Seth Pettit, that good-looking Kawasaki SXR. Then Craig Fain on the 17. Told you that's where he'd end up. Then there's Tony Tabor coming across. Tony on a Commander. New ski to him, though. It's only his third race on it. Tony electing to go from vintage ski lights on the SXR last year to a 4-stroke Superjet at the beginning of the season, and then a GP ski came available, really for a reasonable price, and Tony bought it, put the Superjet up for sale, and is now out here in the class he belongs in, Masters Ski GP. See Travis Falanka a little bit later on the 410. Will. Black and green. All right, so Poper now on the J. Caldwell Pools berm, making quick work of the Leisure Pool split section. He's going to come around to the Jet Tribe Sweeper. That's these 2 yellow buoys as you see Poper coming through there. Then he's going to go into the Jet Trim backstretch. That's 4 red buoys. The bobber buoy out there, red and white. Tabor there taking a bit of a breather. Yeah. So what? Oh, I see. Oh, he fell and he lost his goggles. Well, okay. So we can explain that. The reason that he's not turning as aggressively without the goggles on, these GP skis throw a very wicked spray back onto your shoulder and head area. So if you do not have goggles on, imagine being hit with about 100 little BBs every time you make a corner, and it's impossible to see. So that's, yeah, his goggles are on his handlebars. So that's why Tony's taking it easy in the corners, because seeing is important out there. Right, Casey Moore? Here comes Brian Snyder. He's got on all of his stuff. And they're like, well, why would you save your goggles? Why would you not just leave them out there? Because goggles expensive. Glove, fine, let it float. But a goggle, you're going to look for that. I regret losing the most? Goggles. That hurts. Let me see here. So there's Craig Fain. He does get around Seth Pettit. So racing up to Mike Lewandowski. We've got the green flag out there. This is a combined class. So we've got Master Ski GP out there. And we've got Grandmaster stock along with Expert stock. So Jeremy Poper, multi-world champion in Veterans GP. That's why we see him on the 410. In front of the 410, raced against Jeremy a bunch of years. He's on that fast Power Sports GP ski. Jeremy, a former hydrospace rider. Out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. That white flag flies for Jeremy. So he's actually on the back stretch. In second place, Brian Snyder on the front stretch. So big performance out of Poper this afternoon. So white flag flies, but it's about to be the checkers for Jeremy Poper. There it is. Checkered flag waves. Liquid Molly finish line. Travers Construction Group front stretch. He's a Leisure Pools factory rider. There's Seth Pettit taking the checkered flag. There comes Tony the Tiger. So I say this usually on this spray. You talked about spray and losing your goggles. I mean, they're wearing wetsuits, they're wearing life jackets, yes. All that stuff protects you. But you can see their bare arms out there, so that takes a hit, but you can get used to that. But when the spray hits your eyes, you have to keep your eyes open. You can't really brace and close your eyes. It's difficult. So these jet skis throw spray onto yourself as you're racing, but the runabouts that we've seen already this morning actually throw a very, very wide spray away from them while you're close. So the only thing I can tell you realistically to understand what this is like, if you were pressure washing your house and you got your wife or your kids to come outside and stand back and spray you with the pressure washer, that's what it's like to be around these skis when they're throwing this spray up. These runabouts are going in excess of 75 to 80 miles an hour. These GP skis are doing 65 plus. And to get hit with that water hurts. This is race number 9, 10 and 12 4-stroke lights. So I've got Christian Bain, Cash McClure, Felix, and you're right, there's 4. So who are we? All right, race number, I got 9. On the UA7 out of Ukraine, Texas, riding 4. Works H2O Designs, TCS Marine, UA7 Racing. Twin Brothers Construction in Watercross of Texas, it's Felix Marininko. But on 33 out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, riding for Chase Plumbing, TC Freeride, McClure Racing, 60 helmets, ODI, Action Sports canopies, and Cardo Systems and GoPro. It's Cash Money McClure. And on the 405, he's on the outside Elite Fireplace split. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Thunder up. 405 Motorsports, Whamilton Customs, Thrust Innovations, VP Fuels, Amsoil, and Smith Racing. It's Christian Bain. So we got Cash on that 3-3, taking the whole shot, followed by Felix, then Christian. Here comes Cash through the U.S. helical split section there. Taking the green flag, but he's followed very closely on the inside split. Going down the Travers Construction front stretch. Not much of it on the inside split through the Liquid Molly finish line into the Leisure Pool split section. Lake RV Center split. Then followed the J. Caldwell Pools berm. John, if you're watching out in Florida, hello, sir. Then we're going into the Jet Tribe sweeper. So, Tony, if you're not asleep in Thailand, hello, sir. Then Jet Trim backstretch. Sure miss Gary at Jet Trim. Good dude. Then U.S. Helical's front split section. They're here. Thank you for correcting me this morning. I always want to say it right. I do my best. My watch told me we're almost there, y'all. 9 motos, 9 actual races. I mean, I'm sorry, not 9. We're on 9. 12 races, so we're past halfway for our first section. Going into the break, we want to remind you we got some food trucks behind us. I can smell the fries in the fryer really well from here. But also smell that sausage all morning. Could be the turkey legs burning too. Not burning, but, you know, grilling. Look at all those boats on the backstretch. Hadn't seen that many water spectators this year. So I know they can't hear us out there, but if they go back and watch it online, they'll hear me say how cool it is to see them out there, all docked up watching the races. There's Christian Bain on the 405. They did a lot of work to that boat in the off-season to get it ready for this year, finding some speed in the tune and the prop. Cash Money coming across. Cash taking the white flag there. Still followed really close by Felix. The reason I like this 4-stroke Superjet class, a lot of people have been tuning into the races after, we're over, and they're like, man, I think I want to get back into it. I've got this ski, but I want to, race. What is it I can get in and race? Well, these two classes we're about to see, 4-stroke Superjet on the water now, in my opinion, is the most competitive entry-level ski class. You can buy a 4-stroke Superjet, run it in multiple classes throughout the weekend, and even as fast as Cash is, he hasn't run half a track away from Felix. Both of these boys are fast, but there's not a half track advantage in anything you can do to these skis. You throw every part known to man, and it's only going to be a buoy or two in front of you. Now, this next class coming up, Runabout Rec Light, even though they're not making the EX anymore, there's still plenty of them out there. You'll see between the Spark and the EX, the same thing. They're only going to be about half a section apart from each other, and it's either in the tune or in the handling, the prop. There's just something somebody's figured out a little bit better than the other to make them just that much faster. So if you're thinking about getting into jet ski racing, obviously buy whatever you love. Come out here, we'll find a way for you. But when you want to get into competitive racing where everybody's close, anybody could win, Rec Lights, Rec Runabout Lights, or 4-stroke Superjet really is where it's at. And once you get good at that, we'll talk and put you into something a little better. Richie Fennell, Haley Hernandez, and Ryson Hodges. Hodges is on the line. Fennell, this is your race. Haley Hernandez, this is your race.
Oh, for your chicken or something?
Correct. Yeah. Richie Fennell, Haley Hernandez, we need you to the starting line, please.
It's a pretty good. You got a pretty good view. The only bummer is
holders. We need 2 holders for Haley Hernandez, please. Number 8. She's right over there getting ready. All right, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here because everybody in this class is fast. All of them have the potential to win, and Miss Brianna is the odds-on favorite. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Matt Reeves has found so much speed this year, and as tight as this course is, I have a prediction that if Matt Reeves can whole shot the Yamahas, that today is the day a Spark can win one of these motos. If there's ever a course, a day, conditions, where Matt is in his program, I think he can do it today. And trust me, it's hard to bet against Brianna because she is fast. What is that you hold, sir? Is that the light and the horn? That's the trigger? That's cool. Uh-huh. Where's your floating, oh no. Did it sink? Okay. So we'll introduce you to him now. Uh-oh. I don't see Charles behind the camera, so... Oh, he's got his race coming up. All right. Shout out to Charles Ginchard Photography for bringing us our live stream. We'll see him out on the course here in a second. On the 11 out of Montgomery, Texas, riding for Race Lab Performance and Roost-Proof Goggles, it's Ashley Sewell. On the 149 out of Dripping Springs, Texas, riding for Easy E Racing, it's Brianna Weiler. And on the 636 out of Round Rock, Texas, riding for Alchemy, Good Chaos, ODI Grips, Wahoo's, Lakeway, Texas, and Wake Surf Saloon, it's Matt Reeves. Haley Hernandez on the 8. That's for Amateur Sports Spec. And Rice and Hodges on the 187. We got 2 Sea-Doo HXs mixed in with Rec Light. You see your red light. Then the yellow. And then when the time comes, green in the horn. I've never seen that actually in person. I've never seen that work in person. It's usually up there. I like it. Way better than that band hitting you in the arm, I can tell you that. Or getting sucked up in the pump. As predicted, Matt Reeves on the TC Free Ride Inside start. Hey, Taylor. On that Sea-Doo Spark. Now, it's up to him whether he gets the whole shot or not. He's going the slower way around. Brianna Weiler, though, on the Elite Fireplace start. Looks to me like she's going to get a better start. Here comes the whole shot. Brianna Weiler with the whole shot. Followed by Matt Reeves. Second place. Ashley Sewell in third. Then we've got Rylan Hodges on the 187 in fourth. Thank you, Mr. Falcone. On the number 8, we got Haley Hernandez. Hey, Falcone, where my tacos at? You promised me tacos, son. You did. I know you'll make good. Holland Javier, the Wheelie King of Quinlan. Well, my theory was sound, but never underestimate that 149. In the lead, 149, Brianna Weiler, Easy E Racing, followed by Matt Reeves on the 636 Spark. Ashley Sewell on the inside splits. That's the U.S. helical split section. They're going to come around to the Travers Construction front straight, into the Liquid Molly finish line, then over to the Works Racing leisure pull split. We got a rider down on the backstretch. It looks to me like it's Hodges. And yep, the HX going around. It looks to be Ryland Hodges on the 187, taking a bit of a spill there. Race number. So Brianna there out front now. Brianna coming up. She's coming around there to the Travers Construction front stretch, looking over at the tower. So she's going to get the halfway sign next time by. She's in the leisure pull split. She's coming up to Ryland. She's going to take the inside splits. She's really done what she's needed to do this round. She's 3 buoys ahead of Matt. Matt's going to stay on the outside. Keep the power for that spark down. Brianna's just a perfect rider for these EXs. She's very athletic. She's light. And the position she puts herself on the ski keeps her balance throughout. So the jet ski does all the work and she steers it. She's going to ride behind Ryland there and see where he's going wide in the corners. Now that will help Matt because she is slowing down to watch to see what the slower HX is doing, which, I mean, we talked to him before the race and said, listen, you're going to be out there with some beginner riders, slower skis. You know, give them space when you come down to it. Don't make, you know, an aggressive move. Use the splits to get around them, which that's what they're all doing. Beware of Larry. They're in the Jet Tribe sweeper now, going into the Jet Trim backstretch. So Matt now sees Brianna in striking distance, but I believe we're going to have the 2 to go this time by. Yep, she's going to take the inside split. Not quite yet, sir, but thank you for offering. So Miss Brianna coming around on that inside U.S. helical split section now. Going to make short work. Yes, she takes the white flag. Going across the liquid molly finish line into leisure pull split option. So now Matt Reeves is going to have to deal with Hodges on that HX. HX high siding right there going through the outside split. All right, so now we got Reeves getting around Hodges, and the white flag flies. It's not going to be enough time for Matt. The checkered flag now comes out. So we're going to give Moto 1 win to Miss Brianna. Race number 11 to the starting line. Race number 11 to the starting line. Race 12 to the ready. Race 12 to the ready. The big boys and girls of the ski class left to go. Brianna Weiler taking that win. Good job, Lewis. Matt Reeves acknowledging his finish. He's got 3 more chances at it. The course is not going to change much. There's Ashley Sewell in 3rd place. We got a rider down on the outside section of the course. So Hernandez is going to go around Ryland there.
What part? Oh, well, the up and down, I think it's still locked. Yeah.
Good job to beginner sports spec.
I locked that up when I'm not touching it, so that was, so now it'll go up and down.
Good job, beginner sports spec. Everybody's got to start somewhere.
It should feel fine now. Pretty well balanced. I don't really know if they need that.
We need holders to the line for this one.
Lead it pointed down at the line.
Trent's got one. Burns has one. Hebert's got one. Okay. All right, we're going to introduce race number 11 to you now. On the 27, that's that really pretty black and gold boat right here on the inside TC Freeride split. Out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad and Smith Racing, it's Trent Cornett. On the 29, one of the best looking skis here, out of Rockwall, Texas, riding for Rain Cross Storage and Window Tints of Altus, 10 Racing, 100%, Bell Helmets, and Leisure Pools, it's Miss Megan Burns. On the 322, that's the pretty silver and black boat. On Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad and Smith Racing, it's Tristan Hebert.
I like those.
Commander Industries, Fast Power Sports, and Bullet Racing, Pro Watercraft. GP Ski Hole Manufacturer.
Yeah, that's the only protein bar at Costco that has like the macro ratios that I want. The rest of them are like too much carb. But yeah, I wish they had his other flavors there. They're like $1 each at Costco.
Yeah, it is a good deal. Sometimes I get that deal at TikTok.
And I wonder if Costco online would have
I might have snack pack.
And it's the same one, the Robber Mine, the Fit Crunch stuff. I've got plenty of those if you keep that one. Yeah, I got that, and I got nuts behind the computer and some down there, so have whatever you want. That looks like the right captain.
Ooh, I love that sound. These are Yamaha TR1 Superjet engines in GP ski. So this is your entry-level class into GP ski. If you get fast on a Superjet, you can switch your engine over to this hull and race it. What's neat about it is you learn how to ride one of these aftermarket hulls with, I want to say it's 120 horsepower total on a lighter hull, so you're not going 65 plus, you're doing 55 to 60, so way more even, less of a handful. Not to say it's not a handful at all, but when you're 15, 16 years old learning, getting on something that's 80 miles an hour, go Trent Hebert with a hole shot, Cornett with a hole shot, followed by Megan Burns, then Tristan Hebert. They've been doing a lot of work on Trent's boat in between rounds. So Trent Cornett, the terror, going through the J. Caldwell Pools berm. Darren Mernick, we miss you in this class, buddy. You'd be right there in the mix with them. Trent now going through the Jet Tribe sweeper. Now in the Jet Trim backstretch. I don't want to say much about Trent. I don't want to announce or curse him. Hey, get the mayor out to watch what you're doing and listen to what you're saying. Trent Cornett, green flag. Now Tristan Hebert using the inside helicals. Tristan told me he was going to try a different strategy than everybody else. So far, it's working for him. Race number 12, the starting line is yours, and I see no one. All right, so now all of them right there together. You got Tristan and Megan, third and second. Then you got Trent on the jet trim backstretch right now. This is Trent's kind of track. A lot of turns and curves. Not very rough out there right now. So let's see what Tristan does. He's going to stick to Megan's heels. Oh, and he bobbles. Announcer's curse. Like I said, I'm not going to say anything about the other boat out there right now. We'll just say it's a good race going on. That's Megan Burns right there on the 29. Gorgeous white boat with the lightning. We got lightning 550 on the side. We got a rider down on the U.S. helical split section, so we'll count them out of this race. But he was right there with him until. Much like that Joey Malden race earlier, Mr. Trent the Terror out there, he rides the most laps out of anybody here, him and his brother Tristan, and like I said, everything but good luck follows Trent. He's finished second very close a bunch of times. He's had boat problems. He's had everything but a moto win. I don't want to curse him like I usually do, but he's putting it together today. I think we figured that boat out. I think we've learned that Trent likes these tight technical courses. White flag for Trent Cornett. And that is not a pace lap. He is still sprinting, everybody. Holders to the line for race number 12. I know you're going to ask. We will take a brief break after race 12 to get our course marshal skis fueled up, give them a chance to take a pause for the cause and refill their water, and we will resume with race 1 after a short break. Look at Trent the Terror just go around the U.S. Helicals split section. He's going to take that very, very hard work for checker flag. Give him a round of applause. Trent Cornett, your Moto 1 winner. I know that is a happy young man under that helmet right there. He's worked as hard as anybody to get that win. Here comes Miss Burns in second place. Megan, that's a new boat for her this season. Jumping off the Superjet last year, jumping onto the GP this year. That is a fast Power Sports GP. Yeah. All right, we're going to introduce race number 12 to you right now. All right. On the 10W, that's White. Out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, riding the Fast Power Sports. Leisure Pools, Ryan Poper. On the 10J, that's the black boat, I believe, or gray. Out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Team Leisure Pools, Fast Power Sports, Jeremy Poper. On the 85, out of Biloxi, Mississippi, on the Commander. Riding for Performance Jet Ski and Cycle, H Factory, and Commander Industries, it's Jules Hopkins. On the 410 rather, out of El Reno, Oklahoma, he's the Bucket Truck Ranch rider. It's Travis Falanga. Gotcha. On the 851, out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, she rides for TC Freeride, Anderson Toyota, RB Components, Works Racing, 6D Helmets, FL Visual, Go Fast Girls, Charged Up Nutrition, Fast Power Sports, Marine One, Jet Trim, Unlimited, Whole Shot Gear, BC Goggles, ODI Moto, KSH Fuel Products, and Garrity Landscapes, Britton Reinhardt. And on the 162, and on the 24, out of Mandeville, Louisiana, riding for Charles Gitchard Photography, Flam Joe Coffee, and IDP Graphics, it's Charles Gitchard. All right, who is going to get the whole shot? I would be willing to bet it's a 10. A 10. I bet it's one of the number 10s, but maybe not. He's trying. 85, green and yellow, fighting hard for the whole shot. So we'll see if it's Jules Hopkins. It is Jules Hopkins, followed very, very closely by Poper. They go across the Leisure Pool split option. Ryan going to take the inside Lake Tawakoni RV Center split. Meanwhile, Jules already back in the J. Caldwell Pools berm. Third place, unofficial, looks like Ryan Poper, or Jeremy Poper, the daddy, as we've been calling him. Jules Hopkins going around the bobber into the U.S. helical split section. Jules is on that very bright green and yellow 85. He's out of Biloxi, Mississippi. Jules, a pro rider. Followed by Ryan Poper on the white 10W. Then we got Travis Falanga there on that black and green 410. He's out of Oklahoma. Looking for my hills on that 162. I believe that's him coming around there. No, that's Reinhardt there on her GP ski. Then that's my hills there on the 162. Good looking boat, Larry. Yeah. I'm from the Gulf of America, actually. Then there's Jeremy Poper on the 10, followed by Charles Gitchard on the 24. Charles on a Bullet racing hull. Looks like the SXR of old. So, Jules Hopkins now back on the U.S. helical split section. Both of them electing to use the outside. So they're going to make their way to the Travers Construction front stretch. So we got Poper now going across the front stretch, and I'm looking for Jules. Here he comes. White flag for Jeremy. Now we got Ryan there in second. So now they're in the same section of the course. So if you look at the Jay Caldwell Pools berm, you've got Jules Hopkins, the green boat, in the lead, followed very closely by the white 10 of Ryan Poper. White flag's out, so this is the last time he's going to win it or wear it right here. Poper going to take the inside splits, Hopkins on the outside. Looks to me like there's a lap rider on the inside going to move out of the way. Oh, that's his daddy. So here it comes, going for broke. Ryan Poper, one buoy to go. He's going to spin it around. Race for Jules Hopkins right at the finish. Ryan Poper, man, oh man. Travis Falanga. Britton Reinhardt. So Ryan Poper just hopped just that minute second into the last corner. Okay, thank you Travers Construction and U.S. Helicals for that first half of racing. We want to tell you about the food trucks. So we've been telling you about how do you want it. Now we've got Texas Tails, How You Want It Barbecue, Nova Sweets Cafe. Vendor booths are Lake Tawakoni RV Center, and they have a raffle going on for a speaker, a cooler, and something else interesting over there. Go check out Lake Tawakoni RV Center. Exit Realty is here, and Fortress Foundation Systems. And then also we have an IV booth set up for hydration. If the waters aren't working for you, you can go get direct inject IV hydration. Why are we taking a break? Well, our course marshals have been out there since 10 o'clock this morning. They have not come off the water yet. Their jet skis need gas. They need hydration and food and a chance to evacuate. And once we get all those things satisfied, we will get back on the water and we will resume our second round of moto.
How are you? How are you? I just asked Brian, I'm like, where's your wife? He didn't hear me, but I turned around and there you are.
The video work? I love it. I feel like every time we miss you, yeah. Every time we're around somewhere, you're not there.
I'm going to go roll my way.
They say lunch break, or they say
What's up, lady?
Hi. Oh
good?
my God, that was some easy doing that. So right? I can't take it.
I brought what's the name? 3 bags of this time. 3. How is mom?
The same one.
Not they different, but then she got one that's at night.